Hello everybody, I'm going to be continuing to talk a little bit more about this login screen and how we use servlets to generate the page. As you can see here, this page isn't a typical HTML type page. We got a UI composition tag, a UI define, p growl, a p output label. These aren't typical HTML labels, and they won't really be generated correctly if we put those directly into a web page. So how does it get to be what it is before it goes to your client? Well, that's what Tomcat does for us. Well, Tomcat isn't the servlet. Tomcat is the web container that knows what servlets to use in order to convert the file and be dynamic. Anytime you log into a page and it's customized directly to you, and it shows your name, it shows your information, it shows information about your friends or about links or anything about your account, that had to have gone through some kind of servlet to generate that dynamic page to present it to you. When you create a web app, we have a servlet here inside a web XML, and when I created this package through Netbeans, it generated this for me, but typically you want a servlet name, and a servlet class defined. And this tells Tomcat where to give information to be processed. So when you request a web page and the web page doesn't exist yet, Tomcat will say, okay, who do I send this to get information I need to display a web page? Well, this is how it's defined. So Tomcat says, oh, well, I'm using faces servlet, Java server faces. Cool, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to send it to them, and they're just going to do their thing. So Tomcat sends it to Java server faces, and that uses code to read in this information, and convert all this into actual HTML output. And then it sends it back, and then Tomcat says, oh, this is HTML, I'll send it to the client. Here you go, client, and then your client displays the dynamic information. So that's kind of how servlets use. There are different types of servlets that you can use. I'm using Java server faces, and I've added a prime faces jar file and extension so that I can add some additional stylings and some additional formatting to each page. And so it kind of uses that in conjunction with Java server faces to be able to display the web page.